Hello guys, welcome back to Smart Movie Recap. Today, we're diving into a true story filled with drama, family conflicts, forbidden love, and a shocking tragedy that no one saw coming. Let's begin. In Canton, Vietnam, lived a man named Yuan Hien, the youngest of 4 siblings. His daily job was nothing more than selling milk and supplements for the elderly. Since his youth, his life was simple. He once lived in his parents' inherited house, but after disputes among siblings, the house was sold and the money divided equally. Yuan chose to live alone, renting a small place as he entered his 30s. Busy with work and strapped for cash, Yuan never dared to pursue a relationship with women. Even at 36, people began to suspect he wasn't normal, never dated, let alone married. But in truth, Yuan was simply afraid of marriage and had grown comfortable living by himself. But fate had other plans. In August 2019, at a clothing store in Fincom Plaza, Yuan, while waiting in line at the cashier, met a young woman named Tensa. From that brief encounter, their conversations flowed. They shared dinner, exchanged numbers, and soon became a couple. Tensa, an orphan who worked delivering drinks at a food court, managed to melt Yuan's guarded heart. Their relationship was serious, not a fling. By December 2019, they were married. Yuan was 39, while his bride was only 25. The 14-year age gap didn't stop their happiness. Both continued working because Yuan's salary wasn't much. But they were known as a romantic couple, always together, always holding hands, as if the world belonged only to them. Sadly, in early 2020, the pandemic struck. Yuan contracted the virus, and his diabetes and gout flared up. Months of hospitalization drained their finances. Worse, Tensa was laid off and couldn't find another job. Soon, debts piled up just to pay rent and eat. In the middle of this hardship, only Yuan's third brother, Mr. Zhao, came to help. He invited Yuan and Tensa to live in his house, so they wouldn't keep falling behind on rent. Zhao ran a small business selling oil and spare parts. Though sales were slow, at least there was shelter. Yuan was grateful as sister-in-law, even cooked meals without asking anything in return. But life was about to get darker. Even after the pandemic eased, Yuan couldn't find work in Canton. The only option was to migrate to Ho Chi Minh in March 2022. Meanwhile, Tensa stayed at Zhao's house. There, she met Zhao's son, Mario, a handsome 21-year-old college student. Mario was popular, played basketball, and constantly changed girlfriends. Unfortunately, he was also notorious for being a playboy, often flirting with women, and even causing problems with neighbors. Living under the same roof, Tensa and Mario began to interact more often, especially when Tensa's phone broke, and she borrowed Mario's DVD. Call you. From there, their closeness grew. Mario flirted, and though Tensa resisted at first, she eventually gave in. A secret forbidden affair began, hidden within Zhao's household, until one June night in 2022, Zhao himself caught Mario sneaking into Tensa's room. He exploded with rage, but Tensa broke down in tears, admitting it had happened several times before. Mario shamelessly confessed too, claiming it was all consensual. Furious, Zhao didn't immediately throw Tensa out, but instead told Mario to move to a dorm near campus. Racked with guilt, in July 2022, Tensa called Yuan in tears, saying she couldn't stand living there any longer. She claimed Mario had forced her. Hearing this, Yuan was consumed with jealousy. He rushed back from Ho Chi Minh. When he arrived, his suppressed fury erupted. He confronted Mario, fought with Zhao, and even smashed his brother's merchandise. Sibling quarrels turned violent. And on the night of July 15th, 2022, Yuan's rage reached its breaking point. He pulled out a knife he had been carrying since morning and stabbed his brother repeatedly. Blood splattered on the walls, the TV, even on Zhao's wife's face. Within moments, the 46-year-old man collapsed lifeless. Realizing what he had done, Yuan broke down, weeping hysterically in regret. The case went to trial. On January 17, 2023, Yuan Hien was sentenced to 20 years in prison for killing his own brother. Tensa was jailed for 2 months for lying and covering up the affair. Mario was only ordered to attend youth rehabilitation programs. But tragedy wasn't over yet. In May 2024, while serving his sentence, Yuan suffered a heart attack and died in prison at the age of 44. This was the dark tale of Yuan Hien's family, a story of love, betrayal, jealousy, and anger ending in death. So, what do you think? Who is most at fault here? Was it Mario, the playboy nephew? Or Tensa, who betrayed her husband? Or was it Yuan himself, unable to control his rage? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Movie Recap so you won't miss more dramatic stories like this.